Failure. It's a word that strikes fear into the hearts of many, yet it's also a crucial stepping stone on the path to success. Imagine a world where every setback, every disappointment, every roadblock is not an end, but a beginning. A world where failure is not a bitter pill to swallow, but a catalyst for growth. This is not a world of fantasy. This is the world we live in, a world that thrives on the lessons learned from failure. Every day, countless individuals face challenges that test their resolve. Professional setbacks, personal disappointments, academic hurdles, they're all part of life's rich tapestry. But what if we could change our perspective? What if we could see these challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities? Opportunities to learn, to grow, to evolve. Join us on a journey as we explore the transformative power of failure and learn how to turn setbacks into opportunities for growth. Every successful individual has a story of failure behind them. Let's dive into a few of those stories. Take the case of a renowned author whose initial manuscript was rejected over 30 times. It seemed like the world had closed its doors on her, but she didn't let that deter her passion for storytelling. Instead, she harnessed the rejection, learned from her critics, and penned a novel that would eventually captivate millions worldwide. Or consider a tech mogul whose first venture was a spectacular disaster. With the business in shambles and debts piling up, he could have easily thrown in the towel. Instead, he chose to treat this setback as a lesson, learned from his mistakes, and went on to build a company that's now a household name. And who can forget the athlete who was once benched for an entire season? Humiliated and discouraged, she could have given up on her dreams. Instead, she used this failure as motivation, trained harder than ever, and came back stronger to clinch countless victories. These individuals, like many others, didn't let failure define them. They saw each setback not as a dead end, but as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to better themselves. They embraced failure as a natural part of the learning process and saw it not as a roadblock, but as a catalyst for growth. And in doing so, they turned their dreams into reality. Failure is not the end of the road, but rather a detour on the path to greatness. This is a powerful sentiment, one that we must remember whenever we face setbacks in our lives. Let's dive into the stories of some remarkable individuals who have turned their setbacks into triumphant successes. They were not defined by their failures, but rather they used them as stepping stones, as catalysts for change, as motivation to strive even harder. Consider the tale of a budding entrepreneur whose first business venture plunged into bankruptcy. Crushed, he could have given up, but he didn't. Instead, he took this failure as an opportunity to learn. He scrutinized where he went wrong, identified his mistakes, and made a commitment to not repeat them. Today, he stands tall as the founder of a globally successful company. His failure was not a dead end, it was a detour that led him to a path of greater success. Or take the story of an aspiring athlete who suffered a career-ending injury at the peak of her game. For many, this would have been a crushing blow, the end of a dream, but not for her. She turned this setback into an opportunity, channeling her passion for sports into coaching and mentoring young athletes. Her setback did not end her journey, it merely changed its direction, leading her to find new ways to pursue her passion. Then there's the story of a writer whose first manuscript was rejected by multiple publishers. Each rejection letter was a blow, a setback that could have discouraged him. But he didn't let these rejections define him. He took them as opportunities to improve his craft, to refine his storytelling. Today, his books adorn the shelves of millions of readers worldwide. His initial failure did not stop him, it fueled his determination to succeed. Each of these stories is a testament to the power of resilience, to the strength of the human spirit, to the potential within each of us to turn setbacks into success. These individuals did not allow failure to deter them. Instead, they embraced it, learned from it, and used it as a stepping stone towards their goals. So, the next time you face a setback, remember these stories. Remember that failure is not the end, but rather a detour, a stepping stone, an opportunity for growth. It's a chance to learn, to improve, to come back stronger and more determined than ever before. In the grand scheme of your journey, remember this: failure is just a stepping stone on the path to success. Let your setbacks shape your success. not define your failures. Let your resilience shine through, and let your story be another testament to the transformative power of failure. Your mindset plays a crucial role in how you perceive and handle failure. A simple shift in your mindset can transform your outlook, turning what may seem like the end of the world into a stepping stone to success. Experts in psychology and personal development often talk about the concept of a growth mindset. This term, coined by psychologist Carol Dweck, refers to the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. It's about seeing potential where others see failure. When we adopt a growth mindset, we start to view failure in a new light. Rather than seeing it as a definitive endpoint, we see it as an opportunity for learning and self-improvement. We start to understand that it's okay to make mistakes, to fall down, to stumble on our journey. What matters most is that we get back up, dust ourselves off, and keep moving forward. This mindset is not just about being positive, it's about being resilient, adaptable, and open to new experiences. It's about embracing challenges, persisting in the face of setbacks, and seeing effort as a path to mastery. So how can we cultivate this growth mindset? It starts with self-awareness. Recognize your own thoughts and feelings about failure. Then, challenge those thoughts. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? Cultivate a positive mindset and see failure as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. Because after all, failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of it. Failure can be a powerful motivator if you let it. It's like a tough trainer at the gym, pushing you beyond your comfort zone, challenging your limits, and making you stronger. It's not the weight of failure that defines us, but how we lift it. Let's take a look at those who've turned their failures into fuel. There's the entrepreneur who, after her first business venture collapsed, used the lessons she learned to build a successful company on the ruins of the old. There's the writer who faced countless rejections before finally penning a bestseller. And there's the athlete who, after a devastating loss, trained harder than ever before and came back to clinch the championship. These stories echo the words of legends. Thomas Edison once said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." J.K. Rowling reminded us that it is impossible to live without failing at something unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all. So don't fear failure, embrace it. Use it as fuel to power your journey. Each setback is a lesson, each disappointment a chance to grow, and each failure a step towards success. Remember, it's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get back up. Every failure brings with it the opportunity to learn, grow, and ultimately succeed. Don't let failure hold you back. Let these words echo in your mind as you navigate the road to success. Embrace each setback, each stumble, each fall. Why? Because they are your teachers, your guides, your stepping stones. Let failure be your fuel. Let it ignite your determination. Let it propel you forward. Each failure is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become stronger. So embrace it, welcome it, and let it guide you. Remember, the only true failure is the failure to try. In the face of failure, remember, you are stronger than you think. It's easy to feel defeated when things don't go as planned, but that's where the magic happens. That's where growth takes root. It's in these moments when you're down but refuse to stay down that you truly discover your resilience. So harness the power of failure. Let it be your teacher, your motivator, your fuel. Keep pushing forward, keep striving for greatness, and above all, keep failing forward.